What up, people? This is Gideon Prime, aka Apex Bronx. Welcome to my YouTube channel known as Truth Chasers, where truth is the standard. I'm here at Operation Sports Forums, right? And Ian Cummins is responding to a thread that I made called More Physics Issues, Madden Vids versus NFL 2K5. And Ian was nice enough to respond to this. This thread it's been hot, it's been on fire, got like 10,000 views, like 100 and something replies. So, it's not the hottest one, but it's up there as far as, threads that are hot at the moment. And this is one of his replies. And basically, let's just take a look at it real quick. And he's basically trying to, he's talking to some of the other people who are responding to my topic. And he was just basically saying, just trying to clarify, you will never be truly happy with Madden until we swap out our physics engine with something better. What about locomotion, i.e. acceleration, deceleration, curving, planting, momentum, etc.? Is that more or less important than physics during collisions? Now, that's one of his questions because, other people, they're talking about locomotion, running animations and all that stuff. The thing that I'm, trying to say, or my opinion on that, is this. You can never really, truly please everybody because you don't know what people are looking for. But what you need to do, in my opinion, whatever that means to anybody or to, EA Sports or whatever, I'm not trying to say I'm some super important guy, but just a drop in the bucket. My opinion is to not try to please everybody, but just try to express football. And it should be two things you should be trying, or two questions you should be asking yourself. Does this happen in football? First question. And the second question is, does this happen in football this way? Bang. Those two questions right there will save people a lot of frustrations. And this is, of course, by Ian Cummins, lead designer. The ProTac thing was pioneering, being able to have the offensive linemen come and push the power forward and backwards is a great thing. But like I said in many of my other videos and posts, it depends on how it's done. Like when momentum is canceled and it's about just pure strength, yeah, that ProTac thing can be done. But if there's momentum involved, you can't just have people run into a pack and then just start hugging each other. And then when people go down with momentum, they just fall down nice and slow and gently in the same spot that they was pushing. Pushing is the last resort. Going for all of that, trying to push for yards, is the last resort. That happens when a person's momentum doesn't knock you off your feet. And then there are techniques to take you down, like trying to grab your leg. That doesn't knock you off your feet. And then when all of those other attempts fail to get you off your feet, meet the defense trying to tackle the ball carrier, then that's when the shoving and pushing goes along. That's after your balance survives the initial impact or the ordeal, where impact happens and you are not off balance and you're able to keep your your balance, or your break tackle, whatever. And I always felt personally that there shouldn't be a break tackle rating, but it should be called a balance rating. So it's all about strength and balance. And they should take the break tackle, because break tackle is almost like an automatic thing. Or he's just going to break tackle because his break tackle is 99. It doesn't matter the situation or whatever, but he's just going to break tackle. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's horrible. I'm not mad at him for putting break tackle. It's been break tackle for years. I didn't have a problem with it before. But as we go forward to the next generation of video games with more power and more gigs of memory and RAM capabilities, processing, all of that stuff, you're going to want to have balance rather than tackling. Never try to please all of these people, because you don't know what some of these people want. I mean, you got some people asking for, textured grass and multicolored cleats and hand towels. I don't think Madden should be trying to concentrate on the hand towels unless they have the basics down, which is physics, football gameplay, AI. I think even created plays should come before hand towels and multicolored cleats and fans in the audience. I mean, that stuff, yeah, 2K5 has done that, but if you could come out with a better gameplay type thing where better physics, football physics is being expressed according to a player's weight, momentum, agility and acceleration. Agility and acceleration are the two things that separate these running backs or these ball carriers. Most of these ball carriers have similar speeds. Like, who knows how faster is let's say LaDainian Tomlinson compared to Chris Johnson, the guy that's on the Tennessee Titans. I mean Johnson, they say he's the fastest guy in the NFL, but how much faster is he than LaDainian Tomlinson? Is he worlds faster? Like, can they even be in the same race? Like, how faster is Reggie Bush to Jackson, or to Johnson, excuse me? How much faster? It can't be that much faster, because these are starting running backs for the NFL, but the differences are their acceleration, their agility, their strength, and their weight. Those are the differences. And see, this is me trying to clarify. He's asking Red RZA this thing, and I'm just giving my intake on what people would want. The thing that people want is real football. It's not about pleasing me or anybody else by giving me hand towels or even creative plays. I want creative plays. I believe that expresses user-generated content, which is huge in video games right now, like World of Warcraft. People, play the game and they participate in the game because they can make their own stuff and express their own stuff to the world. That's great, lovely. But you gotta get gameplay down. That is where I'm coming from. Running animations have to be done. You've done running animations before. And what he was saying right here, physics during collisions, that is imperative. That one is not more important than the other. Right? He was basically saying, what about locomotion, acceleration, deceleration, curving, planting, momentum, etc.? Is that more or less important than physics? Excuse me. Is that more important in physics during the collisions? No, they are as equally as important as the other. And acceleration, like I said before, and agility are the main differences between your starting, or most of your starting NFL running backs in the league. I believe these are the answers. Go for football. Don't try to please people talking about textured grass and the fan and the Washington heckler, on the back, and that's a basketball thing. But anyway, concentrate on football. That's my opinion. That's my drop in the bucket. And there you have it. This is Gideon Prime, aka Apex Bronx. I'm Apex Bronx in Operation Sports. So anybody in Truth Chasers want to come and join Operation Sports and they want to, become friends with me, feel free. I love the friendship and the camaraderie. I'm a hobbyist. This is what I like to do. I play sports in real life. This is not the only thing I do. This is one of the things that I do. I play sports. I have a life and all of that stuff. So to all the people who saying, oh, you need to stop, get a life, blah, blah, blah. And then yet they have, these people say all of these things, but they have the time to come and respond to my thing on Truth Chasers or here on Operation Sports Forums. Like, if I don't have a life, then they don't have a life either. Because why are they responding to what I'm talking about? They shouldn't even be worrying about something. They should be worried about, I don't know, whatever they worry about. But anyway, that's my answer to that. Locomotion and physics during a collision are equally as important, and it's not about trying to please people. It's about trying to express football. And the two questions you have to ask yourself: does this happen in football, and does this happen in football?